Hey guys, I'm back with another video, and this is my Vera Mona Cake and Bake Beauty Sponge First Impressions. I hope you guys enjoy it. This is my own personal thoughts. So yeah, let's get to it.
It does feel very dense and hard, so obviously we have to wet this. But so I'm gonna go ahead and wet it and then see if it softens up a little bit and gets a little bigger, which I'm sure it is. But right off the bat, it's not as soft as the Beauty Blender. So I'm interested to see how this will work with foundation. I think it's gonna work amazing with powder, but let's go ahead and go wet this to make sure that it's a little bigger and it gets a little softer. Okay, so as you guys can see, it did get a lot bigger. I mean, it's like half of my face practically. It does feel a lot softer, not as bouncy as I thought it will feel. I guess I'm trying to duplicate my Beauty Blender, but I don't think anything will ever duplicate my Beauty Blender. But it's got a pretty interesting shape, which I'm so curious to use, especially when it comes to contouring. So let's go ahead and start with my foundation. I'm going to go ahead and take my foundation that I'm currently using, and this one is by Actilabs. The reason I'm using this foundation is because I had a horrible breakout due to this powder I use. So this foundation treats acne, it's anti-aging, so this is why I'm using this right now, because as you guys can see, I had this horrible breakout going on right here, which is finally healing, thank God. They do not make my color, so I'm using whatever is the closest to my skin tone right now, because I am going to go in and bronze up my face. So, and this foundation, it's full coverage, so I'm gonna dab a few dots. Actually, quite a bit of dots everywhere where I want to get a little bit more coverage. Usually is this area around my face and under those dark circles. So you guys can see, this is really full coverage. I am pretty impressed so far. This is pressing the product really nice into my skin. You guys can see how much coverage I got. I cover all my redness. That being so big, I do find it kind of weird to go around my nose. It doesn't go in as flawless as I would hope. So I'm just gonna bring some of that foundation down my neck, because this does have this foundation has SPF, so we want to make sure we have SPF in our neck, and it's anti-aging as well, so we want to make our neck as younger as possible. Sponge, I feel like it's huge. Like, I would love a smaller size, or my face is just too small for it. One thing I do really like is how sharp this area is right here. I can get really good under the corners of my eye, the inner corner, the outer corner, and really close to the lash line. So far, I am liking the way it's pressing that foundation into my skin. It doesn't feel as hard as I thought it was going to feel. It does feel a little bit bouncy and soft, so I really do like that part. So now let's go in with my concealer, and I'll be using the Actilabs concealer. This is in the color Sand, and I'm gonna use this to highlight. Go in and press that concealer in. This concealer is also anti-aging, like a lot of the Actilabs products. It has vitamin E, and I believe it has green tea, which is, green tea is amazing because it's an antioxidant. But I do like how it does get under the eyes really nice. I just wish it was a lot smaller. It's because I feel like my face is kind of small. And for these areas around the nose, right in there, it's kind of good, because sometimes it's kind of hard to get those spots. I'm gonna go ahead and contour my face a little bit and bronze up my face using the Actilabs concealer. Now if you're like 2 shades darker than me, this shade would not work for you as a contour or bronzing. So now I'm going to blend that into my skin. And you want to blend that by pressing into your skin as well. Make sure that product is sinking really nice into your skin. Okay, I'm like, where do I start? It's so big, my nose is so small, like where do I start with this? Okay, I don't want to create like a big mess and have product everywhere. So I don't know if I like how big it is. Like I said, it's kind of like too big for my liking. I guess I'm just not used to it. I'm used to my beauty blender. Alright, so now let's go in with powder, and I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier. Alright, before you set your concealer, make sure you press that product back in before you set it, just so we avoid any creases. So I really do like how easy it is to do that line, that sharp line. If you're trying to bake under your eyes and under your cheeks, works good. Anywhere else around the face, I'm not liking it. Okay, so now to bronze my face a little bit more, I'm gonna go in with my Acrylabs contour palette. This isn't really like a contour palette, but the bronzer that's in here is so beautiful. I'm about to hit pan. It gives me that perfect bronze contour look that I'm going for.
Okay, I know I said this was a first impressions on the Vera Mona beauty sponge, but I just couldn't finish up my face without showing you guys what I was doing. So I hope you guys enjoy it.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and take a blending brush, and I'm going to pick up that bronzer shade again, and I'm gonna contour my nose. And I'm going in very light, very light. Alright guys, so I went ahead and finished my makeup. I did create this eye look live on my Facebook page. I'll go ahead and link that down below. For my final thoughts on this beauty sponge, I went ahead and washed it because I wanted to see how well the product came out, and it came out nice. It came out really fast. I don't like my sponges to be stained like the Real Techniques. I feel like those stain. And it's really nice and soft. That's a plus. The corners are really nice for like powder and concealer, and the way it presses the product into my skin, I really do love that. But I feel like the corners got in the way of like pushing the product in around my nose area, and then I feel like the sponge is kind of big. I don't know how I feel about that. I guess I gotta play with it a little bit more and make sure that I like it. But for first impressions, those are my thoughts. For powder though, I feel like it does an amazing job to set right under the cheeks and to set right under the eyes. I know this sponge has been out for a while now, but I wanted to give my own personal thoughts on what I thought about it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you guys want to see more videos, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and stay tuned. Till next time.